Hi everyone, it's Amanda. Today I'm going to be doing my October TBR. Happy fall, this season we've all been waiting for. October. Yes. And it's going to be a very good one on this channel. We have lots of live events happening and activities galore, dark romance galore. So if you love dark romance content, you're going to love this month. I have recommendations coming out. I have lots of live shows for read-alongs with dark romance. So stay tuned for that information. And be sure to like, subscribe down below if you love romance books like me. I'd love to have you here. But let's get into all the books that I want to read this month and some fun events that we have along the way. So first we have Stay With Me by Nicole Fiorina. These are the special edition hardcovers of this series, and I'm going to read the whole trilogy this month because I am just in the mood for Nicole Fiorina writing, and unfortunately I've already read Hollow Heathens and Bone Island, so I can reread them, but they're very chunky, so I wanted something new, and these are so stunning. And I'm already in the middle of the first one. We follow this girl named Mia. She ends up going to this reformatory college because her dad sends her away, her dad and her stepmom, because she's done a lot of stuff that just indicate that she needs help. So instead of going to a mental institution, she ends up going to this reformatory college where she can still get a degree, and it's just like a really strict school. So she ends up going there, and it's basically like a prison because they have like their rooms and you can't come out. It's like locked up, and they have like this little miniature bed, and it's just so uncomfortable sounding. She ends up meeting Ollie there, and then a romance sparks, but they both obviously are troubled. It's just so beautiful. I'm really excited to finish it and just have these gorgeous editions. The inside of them are also really beautiful. They have gorgeous paper, and it's thicker paper than usual, and it's just a pleasure to read, truly. If you're interested in getting these ones, I think they're sold out right now, but she does put them on her website, and she said she's gonna do a relaunch of these when she's done moving, so they should be on her website soon. And then I also just bought the Hollow Heathens and Bone Island special editions that she does every year around this time, and they're so stunning. But if you haven't read Hollow Heathens, now's the time. Now's the time. I highly recommend that series. I wish I could read it for the first time again, but I can't, and I'm just waiting for the next book to come out. Then for classic literature, we are reading Dreadful by Greer Rivers. This is a dark mafia retelling of Sweeney Todd, Medusa, and Hamlet, and it's going to be a really fun time. They're usually spicy. I read The Phantom by this author that kind of took a take on Phantom of the Opera, but a dark kind of retelling. So this one should be similar, and I think it's going to be a hit in the book club. It'll be on my channel this month on October 24th and the 30th, 8 EST. So all of these events will be posted today or tomorrow, so you'll see them and you can put the reminder button if you want to participate. But that's going to be the pick this month. It's stunning. The cover is beautiful, and it's giving fall. Then for Sugar and Spice Book Club, we're going to be reading Caution Tape by Molly Doyle and JD Midnight. This one is a horror erotica with 2 serial killers, and that's all I really know about it. It will definitely be one of the darkest in our book club, but if you're into it, you're into it, and we'll have a good time. It's going to be October 31st, Halloween night, that we are discussing that one on my channel. So be sure to read that if you're interested. Then we have the events of the season, okay? Me and Sarah are going to be doing a read-along all month long. It's gonna be so much fun. We're calling it the Bone Zone. You get me. Because it's gonna be spooky, dark romance / paranormal romance books, and every week we're reading a different book. We're gonna be doing 2 live shows a week. So the first one we're gonna be doing is Court of Death by K.A. Knight. If you were around recently, we did just do one of these live shows for Court of Nightmares, and we read that together. We really liked it, so we're gonna be reading Court of Death, which is an interconnected standalone to Court of Nightmares. So you don't have to have read Court of Nightmares. I know it's huge. This one's not quite as big. It's like under 300 pages, but this one we follow the god of death and a half vampire, half mortal as they have a romance. It's gonna be really spicy, just like Court of Nightmares, and I'm really excited for God of Death's story. So I'm ready. That one's gonna be on October 5th and 6th. Then we're doing Hollow the next week by Karina Halley. That one is a Sleeping Hollow retelling, and it's going to follow a professor student. It's gonna have witches and ghosts and all the good things, and it's why choose. So sign me up. I love Sleepy Hollow. I used to love that TV show. Do you guys remember that? I loved that show when I was a kid. It was like on the CW or something. I don't remember, but yeah, I'm very excited for this one. It actually became a duet, and the next book comes out like October 30th or something. So that'll be a really fun read for the spooky season, and I think it's gonna be really good. I'm hoping. But yeah, that one will be the second pick. Then the third week, we're going to be doing Grimstone by Sophie Lark. This is going to be her spooky release, and I'm so excited. They said if you liked Theranos Saints, this should fulfill that itch you have to read that for the first time again. But this one, we have a little bit more of a spooky kind of setting. We're at this mansion that feels haunted, and our main character is going to be doing renovations on them, and then her neighbor is like super hot and mysterious, but the town thinks that he killed his wife, and so it's gonna follow that dynamic between them, and then there's some sinister things that start happening, and I just think it's gonna be so good. Love the cover, love the vibes. So that's our third week's pick, and then the last pick is gonna be Soul of a Witch by Harley LaRue. So if you haven't read the first two in the series and you really want to read them before reading this one, you can do that. You have all month long before the live shows. But this one is gonna follow a witch and a demon romance. We have a haunted type of monster forest. These books are standalones, so you don't have to read the one before it, but it does give you a little bit of backstory because they do pop up like the new characters in each of the endings of the other ones. So if you wanted to finish that trilogy with us, please do. But yeah, those are all the books for this event, and definitely gonna be reading those, so you'll see my thoughts on those if you're not participating and you just want to hear about them. I'll be doing recent reads for them, but if you're interested in joining us, please do. Again, the live shows will be scheduled either today or tomorrow, so you can hit the reminder button. Then I'm super excited to be reading The Stars Are on Our Side by Jennifer Hartman, which is a follow-up to Still Beating and Lotus. We're gonna be following Tabitha. She is the survivor and the one that got released from the matchmaker serial killer. And then we're following Gabe and their romance, except obviously there's gonna be something that happens that's tragic because it's Jennifer Hartman. So I'm excited for this one. Then we have the Throne of Glass series. I am participating in the read-along that the roomies Sarah, Catherine, and Steph are doing, and I'm in the middle of Throne of Glass right now. Yes, I'm very behind, but we are still gonna catch up. So Crown of Midnight is the next one. I think the live show is next Sunday, the 8th. And then Heir of Fire is going to be this month too. So I really need to catch up and be at the next live show. But I'm excited for it, and I am liking it so far. I've already read Throne of Glass actually when I was a teenager, but I don't remember anything, so I'm gonna need to refresh the memory, which is why I'm rereading it. And then I haven't read the rest of the series. Then we have Better Hate Than Never by Chloe Leese, which I've been waiting for ever since I read the first book in this companion series. So I will be reading that the minute it comes out because it is priorities, okay? This one is a Taming of the Shrew inspired romance between Kate and Christopher. It's a childhood enemies to lovers, so it should have some good banter, which I just can't wait. I can't wait. Then we have Spookily Yours, which is a very Halloween-y on brand book that I would love to get to. I think it's a rom-com, and it's a love story between a witch and a demon, except the demon is her cat, I think, and he needs her help to break a curse. So I think this one sounds really fun. So if I have time to get to it, I definitely will, closer to Halloween. Then we have A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. This one is about a girl who is an architecture student, I think. So she's in a very male space, and she ends up taking this job at her favorite author's mansion. So it's a gothic romance. The romance comes in, I think it's rivals to lovers, because she meets someone there at the mansion that also has a job there, and they're kind of rivals. but it definitely is going to have some horror elements, I think. And I just heard this one is really good. I've been seeing really good reviews for this one, and I love a good gothic romance this time of year, so I'm excited for this one as well. Then I recently bought Ledge and then Chasm, and I've heard some good things about Ledge, but I saw this cover and I was like, I can't really not buy it. So I'm actually, no. It was also that Raven Kennedy blurbed this. Sometimes that gets me. That marketing does work for me. When I see one of my favorite authors liked it, I'm like, okay, so it must be good. So I'm excited to read these. I don't know what they're about at all. Not even a little bit, but they're romance fantasy. So sign me up. I love fantasy this time of year. I don't know what it is about it, but I've been in the mood for fantasy romance. I think it's like the coziness of the air and like fireplaces, and just, it really hits this time of year. And lastly, if I have time / if I'm not in the mood for any of those, the next book on the list would be Rouge, for a change of pace in my normal reading habits. This one Sarah really loved, so I decided to buy it, and it's definitely not in my normal realm of book reading, but it does look really good, and it is about like a mother-daughter relationship. It's a horror-tinged gothic fairy tale, and it's about the beauty industry, I think, too. I think it like touches on beauty standards and stuff like that. So I think that sounds really good. I just need to be in the mood for a book like this one, and then I'll definitely like it, I think. But I bought this one in the Ann Arbor bookstore, which is so cute and fun and fresh. So this one's on the list if I have time / I'm in the mood for it. But yeah, those are all the books that I want to read this month. Hopefully you are excited to participate in one or all or some or none of the events we have going on. But be sure to like, subscribe down below for more bookish content, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!